someone else to read. Okay? And when we write something for someone else to read, we want to make it as interesting, as engaging, as compelling as we possibly can. And I want you all to remember the word compelling. Can you all say the word quietly to yourselves? Compelling. Compelling, right? Yes. So I want all of you to write compositions that are compelling, right? Very compelling, meaning they make your reader want to read on. They don't want to go and read something else. They don't want to go and watch something else. They want to find out more about your story and how it actually comes to a beautiful end. Okay, so we're going to talk about the beginning of the story today. That's all we have time for. Then we'll continue working on this story together to build it into like the ideal story, okay? So that y'all can refer to this story whenever you do your revision as like kind of like the model story that you can build all of your stories on. Okay, so today we are going to use a topic that you're all very familiar with, right? Can you also remember the Brave Act? We did this for our Zoom composition online, right? If you can remember, please nod your heads. Yes, okay, excellent, excellent. I'm seeing lots and lots of nods. All right, excellent. Okay, now before we continue, right, remember that today's session is going to be about using our 5 senses in order to construct a beautiful, compelling composition introduction, right? So let's think about the word 5 senses and let's think about the word compelling. Now, can you all still remember what are the 5 senses that we could potentially use when we are describing or talking about a scene, right? Can anyone remember what are the 5 senses? Okay, raise your hands if you can remember. Okay, good. I see some hands raised already. Joshua, would you like to give us the first sense that you can remember? Go ahead, unmute yourself.
Sense of touch.
Touch, very good, excellent. Kaylin, what about you?
Sense of sight.
Sense of sight, okay, very good, excellent. Cheyenne, what about you?
The sense of smell.
Sense of smell, very good. So we have sense of touch, we have sense of sight, we have sense of smell. What else? What are the other 2 senses that we commonly use? Let's have Ian. Ian, can you tell me one more?
The sense of hearing.
Hearing, very good. Sense of hearing is another very important sense. And what's the final sense that may not be so common, but that we sometimes can use, right? Yes, Yi-Chen?
Taste. Sense of taste.
Yes, sense of taste. But you all understand why the sense of taste is not so common, everybody? Right? It's very difficult to taste the scene, right? Unless you like go down and you lick the sand or, you know, you try to taste the seawater, which is not common, right? You don't generally taste the scene and the setting, right? You generally feel it, you generally see it, you generally hear it, you might even smell it, but you probably generally won't like, you know, kind of taste it, right? Right. So that's a less common sense that we can use. So I want all of you to think of ways to describe things using your sense of sight, your sense of smell, your sense of hearing, and your sense of touch. These are the 4 main senses we'll be working with today, okay? So one more time, your sense of sight, your sense of smell, your sense of hearing, and your sense of touch, okay? And every time when we write an introduction, remember that's where we describe. Remember the first D was describe, right? Descriptions, right? That's where we're going to use our 5 senses to bring the scene to life, to make it more compelling. All right, very good. Now, if we look at the 3 pictures here, we've written about this. Let's say we are using the first picture, right? Okay, maybe the picture of swimming, right? These 2 girls swimming, right? What can be the setting? What can be the setting? Where can this story take place, right? Can someone suggest where a story about swimming might take place? We can have a few, then we can decide, okay? Let's have a few, okay? Thaddeus, would you like to suggest the setting?
In the swimming pool.
Okay, very good. So obviously we do have swimming pools, right? Our nearest one is in Hougang, right? Okay, very good. So that's a possible setting, but that's not the only possibility. Andrea, what else might be possible for swimming?
In the sea.
Okay, so in the sea, right? We could be by the seaside. Okay, this could be in the ocean, right? Good, that's a possibility. Let's have Jasper, go ahead.
It's near someone, like in the house.
All right, in a house with a pool, right? So it could be a private pool. Very good. Okay, It could be a private pool. It could be a condominium pool. It could be a pool in a private house. Some private houses do have their own pools. Very good. Excellent. Okay. Now, any others? If you have no others, please lower your hands. Okay. If you have another suggestion, please keep your hands raised. Okay, so I can see. Gautam, do you have another suggestion?
The beach.
That's the seaside, right? Yeah, we've already mentioned that. Thank you. Joshua? No? No more? Okay. Yes, Cheyenne?
The public swimming.
Okay, so the public swimming pool is the swimming pool. We already mentioned that, right? Okay. All right, so let's agree on these four. Okay, out of these four, shall we vote for what we want to work on together? Shall we? Okay, so you can only choose one. Okay, so when I call out the name of the option, I want you to like use your virtual hand and raise it. Do you know how to raise your virtual hand? You know how to raise your virtual hand, right? Okay, very good. So you will vote by raising your hand. You can only raise your hand once, okay? Right, you can only raise your hand once, huh? Okay, who wants it to be in the swimming pool? Okay, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 virtual hands, 6, 7 virtual hands. I'm counting 7 virtual hands. I'm only accepting virtual hands, huh? I don't take live hands, huh? It must be virtual hands, huh? Okay, 6 virtual hands. Good. Who wants it at the seaside? Who wants it by the sea or by the beach? Beach or seaside? Ooh, 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 ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, I'm seeing 10 hands for seaside and more. Oh, okay, right. Okay, so that's 11. Okay, who wants private pool? Okay. Oh. All right. 1, 2. Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, private pool wins. Okay. Congratulations, private pool. Right. You win. All right. So we're going to have this story take place in a condominium swimming pool, right? A swimming pool in a condominium. Okay. Right. I was just near a condominium. So I'm going to use the name of the condominium I was just near. Is that okay? Any objections? Anybody? No? Okay. Very good. Right. So let's begin. It was a beautiful Saturday morning. Okay, I hope you all can see. Can you all see what I'm typing? Yes, okay. It was a beautiful Saturday morning at Sea Strand Condominium. Okay. I know this word is a little big for you, all right, but we can use this as our next spelling word, can't we? Right? Okay, so we'll have to learn how to spell the word condominium. Okay, so condominium, right. Now, Sea Strand Condominium, right now, we are going to use our 5 senses to describe the scene, right? So I want you to imagine you are standing by a pool, right? Underneath, right, a block of flats or condominium, right? So a condominium is usually it looks like a block of flats, and then below it is right there is the pool. Now I want you to use your 5 senses to describe. Let's begin with the sense of sight. Okay, what do we see, right? As we look out at the scene. Would anyone like to begin the description? Andrea, your hand is up. Are you ready to give us a description? Using the sense of sight.
The pool was very blue like the sea.
The pool. Okay, right. So you're describing the color of the pool, right? The waters of the pool were, did you say beryl blue, my dear? Did you say beryl blue? Hey, where's Andrea? No, I suddenly cannot see Andrea. Yes, beryl blue. Beryl blue. Ooh, that's a very nice description. And when you have 2 letters of 2 words the same, that's called an alliteration, right? Can you all remember this word? It's called an alliteration. So we have learned, right? So words that we have learned today are condominium and alliteration. Alliteration is when you have beryl blue, right? BB, beryl blue, right? Wonderful white. These are alliterations, okay? Beryl blue. The waters of the pool were beryl blue. Okay, very good. What else can I see besides the waters of the pool? Someone else like to contribute something besides the waters of the pool? What else can I see as I look up? Oh, Brennan, go.
Little kids swimming in the water were
Okay.
very excited.
All right, there and there were little children. Remember, don't use kids. Kids are the young of goats. Are you saying that baby goats are swimming in the pool? No, right? Yeah. So don't use the word kids because kids in proper English means the young of a goat. So there were little children, right? Playing excitedly in the cool waters. Okay. Now notice that Mr. Pang has included the cool waters, right? Cool waters is sense of what? Sense of? Sense of touch, right? Very good. Okay, so now we have sense of sight and now we have sense of touch. Now, would someone else like to bring in a description? It can be any other sense, but please don't talk about sense of taste. I don't want you to taste the pool water, okay? I want you to think of other senses besides the sense of taste. Would someone else raise your hands? Would you like to describe something else besides what we see or what we feel? Yes, Yu Guan. Go ahead, Yu Guan. Yu Guan, I can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Water splashing.
What sense is that?
Hearing.
Sorry?
Hear.
Hearing. Oh, okay. So the sound of, okay, right? Okay, good. The sound of splashing water, right? And what else can I hear besides the splashing water? Are the children completely quiet? Are they excited? Like that? Can't be, right? Right? They can't be totally quiet, right? They can't be like making like zero noise, right? But then like, is it like a mute button has been pressed? Cannot be, right? So what else besides the sound of splashing water can we hear? Andrea?
The children were screaming with joy.
Okay. The sound of splashing water and screams of joy, all right, could be heard. Okay, very good. So can you see this is so much better than it was a sunny Saturday morning? Can you all see it's so much better? Right? It's already so much more developed, right? With just a few sentences, we have added so much descriptive detail. Do you find that you can picture the scene more clearly now? Can you all see the scene more clearly in your eyes? The color of the waters, the coolness of the water, right? The sound of the splashing water and the children screaming in joy. You can kind of picture the scene, right? But more can be done, right? More can be done, right? What else can we add to this to make it even better? Dylan, you raised your hand? No? Okay. Gautam, you raised your hand? All right. Is there anybody else? What else can we add to this? Who is missing from this? Who is missing from this? Brennan, who is missing?
The adults.
No, that's not the most important person who's missing here. Who else is missing? Who is missing from this story? If I'm writing a story, who is missing here? Shupo, who is missing?
Yourself.
Yeah, the main character, right? The main character of the story is missing from the story. So now it's about time I will introduce my main character, right? After I've described the scene a little bit, now I'm going to include my main character in, right? So I will be the main character, right? So I was, how was I feeling? How would you be feeling if you were standing in front of a scene like this? How would you be feeling? Yes, yes. Titus, go. Can you give me a good word? I don't want happy.
Overjoyed.
I was overjoyed to be able to spend. Okay, so I'm about to spend the morning, right? Swimming and playing with my friends. Right? So I was overjoyed, right? So I was overjoyed. Now, how do I feel? Like, what is the weather like? How does the weather affect me? Okay, now let's talk about the weather, right? Let's use the sense of touch now. Let's use the sense of touch now. Okay, I want you to describe how I am feeling in this environment. How am I feeling the weather? Okay, Andrea, would you like to start off?
I felt the warm sun shimmer on my skin, accompanied with a light and cool breeze.
Okay, wonderful. That's perfect. I felt. the warm, balmy. Okay, I'm going to add another word to Andrea's warm. Balmy means like, you know, not too warm, right? It's not warm to scorching. It's just right, okay? It's a nice, warm feeling, okay? I felt the warm, balmy sunshine, right? Ripple over, instead of shimmer, I prefer ripple, over my skin. And Andrea, what was the word used to describe the breeze?
Accompanied by a light cool breeze.
Okay, accompanied by a light cool breeze. I love that. Okay. Okay, now what action would I do in such an environment? I'm overjoyed. The breeze is blowing, the sun is shining on me. I'm feeling superb. I'm overjoyed. What action would I make here? Brennan, go ahead.
You would stretch your arms wide.
Ah, yes, okay. I stretched my arms wide in anticipation, right? I'm anticipating of, what am I anticipating? What am I about to expect? What am I going to experience soon? In anticipation of what? What am I about to experience? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. Andrea again, come, Andrea.
Jumping into the pool and swimming.
Okay, jumping headlong into the inviting pool and swimming happily. Okay, right. So I want everybody to take a look now at what we've just constructed. Okay, have we used all of the 4 main senses? Have we used the sense of sight? Have we used the sense of hearing? Have we used the sense of touch? Have we used the sense of smell? Have we used the sense of smell, really? Have we? Have we used the sense of smell? Not really, right? So what kind of smell might I include when I am in, you know, this environment, in this place, right? How many of you have been to a swimming pool before? Please raise your hands. That's everybody, right? You're all done. Have you all done Swim Safer yet? Have you all gone for Swim Safer yet? Yeah. So you've all gone to the pool, right? Now, can you describe to me what is the smell of a pool? What is the smell of a pool? What does a pool smell like? Jaden? Jaden, what does the pool smell like? Jaden, yeah?
It smells like chlorine.
Yes, very good. I'm so impressed that you know that word, right? Do y'all know what chlorine smells like? Right? It's that smell you get on your hair and on your skin after you swim, right? If you don't bathe and you sniff your skin, there's that very strong pungent odor that comes from the water. And the chlorine is there to keep the germs, right? From Thaddeus, please don't annotate Thaddeus. Stop that now. Okay, right. So the chlorine is there to actually kill the germs, right? To make sure that the germs don't infect our skin or our eyes or our hair. Okay, so that's what the chlorine is for. Okay, so would someone like to use the word chlorine in a sentence to describe the smell of the pool? Can someone help me out, please? Janessa, would you like to try?
The smell of the chlorine.
The smell of the chlorine is correct. Let me write that down first. Where is the smell of the chlorine?
From the swimming pool.
Yes. Very good. Where is it? Okay, Brandon looks very excited.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll let Brandon. Brandon is waving his hand. Yes, Brandon?
The smell of chlorine from the swimming pool surrounded the air.
Okay, surrounded me. Okay, surrounded me. I cannot surround the air. The air is what surrounds me, okay? It cannot surround the air, okay? The air is what surrounds me, So the smell of the chlorine from the swimming pool surrounded me, right? Because it's all around me. I'm right there at the pool, right? So it's everywhere, right? Everywhere I turn, I can smell the chlorine from the swimming pool. It's not an unpleasant smell, right? It's not that bad, right? I'm sure you all don't mind it, right? It reminds you of happy days swimming, okay? Surrounded me, okay? Right, so let's just do a quick check. Now, do we have all 4 senses? All good? Yes? Is it more descriptive than it was before? Okay, this is what y'all normally write, right? Y'all will normally write this. It was a beautiful sunny Saturday morning. I was excited to swim at my condominium swimming pool. Oh, condominium swimming pool. Okay? Can you see what a big difference 5 senses can make? Simply by including the 4 senses, I can expand my writing by at least 5 times, okay? And of course, if I wanted to, I can be even more descriptive, right? I can add in way more interesting descriptions and way more interesting, various things that I can see and hear and so on and so forth, right? Okay, hold on now. Sorry, give me a minute, okay, everybody. I need to admit some people. Okay. All right. So as you all can see, right, there are plenty of ways that we can add in our 5 senses. Okay. This is kind of like just a very easy way to do it. Remember at the introduction, right? The introduction is where we can bring in the most kinds of description. Now, what else besides the scene and the setting can I describe? What else can I describe besides the scene and the setting? Very important. There's something else in the story that is extremely important for me to describe. Besides the scene and the setting. Oh, Titus, you have an idea? Would you like to tell us what you think it is?
The character, the main
Yes. Very good. Right. We need to know what the characters look like, right? We've got to introduce the character's appearance, right? Otherwise, we don't know. We can only see a black shadow in our head when we think of the character, right? That would not be very good for our character, okay? So the next session, we are going to work on building our character out so that our character looks a lot more vivid. We can imagine our character in our heads. But for today, have all of you understood the very simple lesson that we've gone through about using our 5 senses to expand our introduction? Okay, so going from onwards from today, all your introductions must contain at least 4 senses. 3 lah, okay? Maybe smell is a bit difficult. So what you see, what you hear, and what you touch, and what you feel with your hand, okay? See, hear, and touch. If you can do smell, if you can do taste, even better. But just the first 3. Is everybody okay? If you're okay, give me a thumbs up, please. Do you all understand this story? Okay, we're going to continue to work on this story to build our character in the next session, okay? When is our next session? Since it's a half an hour session, I think we can arrange it sometime this week lah. Okay, so I hope to have another session with you all sometime this week. I'll let you all know when it's going to be. It'll only be half an hour, and then after that, we have a short lookout session just to have a bit of a game and have some fun and consolidate what we've learned in the last 2 sessions. So look out for the next session, okay? I'll let you all know when it is. It'll probably be either be on Thursday or Friday, okay? And I'll let you all know what time to log in to Zoom when I see you all in school. Okay, everybody? Good job. Thank you for paying attention. I hope this lesson was not too long. Okay. Yes, Andrea, do you have a question?
But Friday I cannot go because Friday I got science tuition.
Oh, don't worry about it, okay? Like Mr. Pang always says, what's going to happen? I will record, right? Like I'm recording today's session. So even if you miss it, you can always watch it back again. But I will try to arrange it such that you will not miss it, okay? Don't worry, Andrea, and don't worry, everybody. We'll work out a good day for everybody, okay? Yeah. Yes, Muyen, what is it? The rest of you can log off if you have no question.
I got
Yep.
piano class on Thursday.
Okay, don't worry. We'll discuss it when we get back to school tomorrow. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Bye. Lisa. Bye, everybody. Say goodbye to Mr. Wobble. Bye.
Bye, Mr.
Bye,
Bye.
Mr.
Bye.
Bye, Mr.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you soon tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Have a fun afternoon. Remember to have a good rest tonight.
Alright, leave.
Bye. See you all.
Bye bye. I tried to
Bye-bye.
leave, but the touch ID came out again.
It's okay. No worries. It's okay. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.
Say bye-bye, Pikachu.
Bye, Pikachu. Yes, yes. Goodbye. Bye, everybody. All good?